and Booze.
This is our holiday edition, y'all. We're
starting the holiday. Because I think we'll do more holiday cocktails.
This is the first one. This is the first one. And this show is about holiday drinks. And the holiday drinks that we will be discussing is
Cremas,
Creole Kremas, I've seen it in a couple words, and Coquito.
All
right. So yeah, you know what we had done, if you guys have been following us, we did a eggnog show where we kind of went through the Caribbean and talked about different ones. And so if we get our hands on some, we actually will now get a chance to taste it. At least I didn't have that chance. You know, I think we had Borton and Turkey Hill. And
we had Borton and Turkey Hill, but we also had good vodka to put in it to zhuzh it up.
Oil vodka. Come to New York and get out of Ohio. Hello.
Yeah, really. We had some of that, and that really made it sing. But you know, the other thing too is we had a lot of history about eggnog and who made it and how long it's been a thing in America and where it comes from and who made it how.
Exactly. We dug into history, you know.
Right.
You're curious. So we're gonna start with I have purchased this Cremas at Bebe Frite. Don't come after me. I'm a Yankee girl. But it's in Queens Village, and you know, I had to go there twice, and because of my bad accent, she almost told me she didn't have it. But here it is.
Well, I went over to Peggy's and grabbed some. I bought some from two other places. One, a Roby Pwodwi Zaki. Yeah, don't be mad at me, y'all. But because they did Creole spelling on it, and you know, it's an accent. And I don't have it. And then there's Unid's Productions, Real Cremas.
Right.
So Unid made it kind of easy. Here's the thing. My stepdaughter had both of them. She bought them for me, and she was going to be on today, but she's working, so she can't do it. But she said the Real reminded her of what her grandmother used to make.
So
sure.
I didn't see
it. This is the Real. Can you see that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Unids.
And that's Cremas with a C, because we've seen it
with a C, right? And she said this reminded her of what her grandmother used to make when she was a little kid. And she said you know, you don't taste the alcohol, which means it sneaks up on you.
Okay.
My husband said this tastes like evaporated milk. He didn't like it at all. This one had a star anise is one of the ingredients in this. Okay. And it is so strong, it's overpowering, and I didn't enjoy it, but I did taste the rum immediately. Of the two, I think I preferred that one, Cremas with a K. But
the one with the star anise, you like that one?
So the one that just tastes like evaporated milk?
Well, that's the one with the C, you know.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Well, so let's see.
Let's see. Well, this one was in a nondescript bottle. I don't even have it. It said grain alcohol. There was no.
Oh, that's right.
It was a nondescript bottle.
Wait a minute.
I know. Laura will put the picture there so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But you know, so we're gonna try this one. This one was extra thick. We fought trying to get it. Let's see. Ew. Oh my God. It tastes like Vicks Vapor Rub.
That's exactly what it, oh.
Oh God.
That's terrible.
Oh my God. Oh God.
That's terrible.
That's awful.
Absolutely.
I know.
You know what I have up here? I have water. I'm gonna pour myself some water.
I need a palate cleanser, and I'm you know, I can't get on camera to do it, but that
I didn't even think I would need a palate cleanser. That all I'm tasting is almond extract, star anise extract.
Yes, and that peppermint schnapps, right?
Peppermint schnapps, yes. Oh,
ew. Okay, I'll be dumping that bottle out. All right.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
That's all right. That's all right.
Outrage.
Sorry, guys. That one was very minty.
Ugh. You had it right. It tastes like Vicks Vapor Rub. You nailed it. Nailed it.
All right, so I got to drink yours now because I need to get this mintiness out of my mouth.
Well, mine poured better. Did you notice that? I changed my glass. My other one is over there. Mine poured better.
Mm-hmm.
Do you smell the barbuncle? Barbuncle?
This is nice. And no, I don't smell any rum.
But I made it last week. So you are now having it almost 7 days, 8 days. This stuff ages well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this has a nice little, I taste the coconut.
Right.
Which is what I want to taste. I want to taste the coconut. I had a moment with mine too. The first time I made it, and I followed the directions on the internet, and then I opened it on Thanksgiving Day. I made it on Monday, opened it on Thursday, and it was too thick to pour. So I called Karen, and because Karen's from the Caribbean, and she said, I don't know. And I said, well, ask your mama. And she said, oh, she doesn't know. So we asked her husband, who reads the Caribbean cookbooks like novels, and tests them out. So he didn't really know either, but I jammed
You probably put just a whole lot of coconut cream in it. I mean, that's really it. But that, I mean, yours.
Mine called for coconut cream, but not as much. And I think I would use coconut water in the future. I would use maybe half a teaspoon of star anise. I know how I would tweak it now.
All right, well then let's move on to the coquito. See, I'm from the Bronx. I grew up on this stuff, and I made it. This is a recipe from my friend, and one of the things that I noticed different in the recipes. By the way, you could buy cremas. I saw it on Etsy, and you can buy it online if you really don't have anybody. And I'm so glad I didn't order this online. But
after what we just tasted, I'm gonna say, look, y'all, go on the internet, get your recipes together. If you don't have somebody, because I did call my brother-in-law too on Thanksgiving Day. I called him because he's from Haiti, and I was like, look, what is? He says, I don't make that. I have an old lady down the block who makes it.
Everybody does. I think, it's going to be really challenging for them to maintain their tradition from holiday-wise, because just in trying to find, cremas, and we were trying to find ponche de creme, everybody's like, oh yeah, my mother made it, my aunt made it, my grandmother made it, but they don't make it.
Right.
But as long as you can Google it online and get it, I like to be authentic. So here's the coquito. What the Puerto Ricans do is they make a tea. They make a tea where you boil a star anise, cinnamon bark, piece of ginger, and a little nutmeg. And so you boil it, and then you boil it down, 2 cups of it down to 1 cup, and then you put it in the coconut cream mixture, of course, with white rum. So let's try it, because I haven't even tried it.
Wow.
Okay.
The coconut is very smooth. It doesn't have that nutty punch that my crema has.
Right.
I taste the difference in the rum, because I used a dark barbecue and you used a white rum. So it's it tastes lighter.
Right. So this one, you could guzzle this and then it will hit you later.
Mine gonna hit you when you drink it.
I made this Thanksgiving Eve.
Okay, so Wednesday.
Yeah, so I made it Wednesday. But this is refreshing as opposed to the first one. I'm so glad I did that first. That was kind of nasty.
Man.
Wow.
See, and this is the flavors. These are the flavors that you grew up with. I grew up with eggnog only. I mean, my husband would bring in coquito every once in a while, and everybody's tasted a little different. Everybody's tasted good. And then, of course, you get it in the house, and once you're home, it's like, oh, put some more rum in it, put some more of this, and you're home, so it's okay. But, the coquito tastes like what I remember coquito tasting like, but I think I know how I would tweak the crema that I make to make it more to my palate, which is not a traditional palate, but it's mine and, palate of the people.
And I think that's what it is. I mean, look, we're American and we grew up around, Caribbean people. We're familiar with the taste, but we also know, again, what our palate's like. Like I wanted to deviate, but for this particular time, I said, well, let me just say, and I did it with white rum. I would have I was really wanting to do the dark rum in it because I think that you would have found a more bolder taste in the aged rum, and I think that's the thing.
Yeah, yeah. But I think this is also, it's like, how did they drink it? You used to go from home to home to home to home, and you're walking around. You can't get laid out.
This is holiday cheer.
Right. Holiday cheer. This is not, come home, kick your shoes off, turn on your tree, and go to sleep.
Right, right.
Which is what mine is. Kick your shoes off, turn on your tree, and go to sleep.
Yeah, this is light and I would almost say refreshing as opposed to that first one that was so full with peppermint. And yours is definitely smooth, rounder. I can taste the dark.
It's just too thick. Mine is just too thick. You taste the star anise, and the texture is, I would call it flat milkshake texture, which is not, So, I know how I would do it differently. I know how I would do this differently to make it more to our palates, palate of the people.
I like it. It'll be interesting. I would love to be able to get my hands on other ones. I think the next time when we do a holiday show, I want to have some sorrel.
Okay.
Right? Because those of us who might be heading toward the lactose tolerant stage, this might be a little bit much.
Mm-hmm. I love sorrel. And the sorrel that I love is very specific and very, I have a palette of sorrel that tastes best. And it's got ginger and it's got, all these flavors in it. But you know what I did discover? Because I was so disappointed with this on Thanksgiving night. I did, and we'll make it maybe, before the holidays are over, we'll definitely do more cocktails, holiday cocktails. A cranberry paloma, child. And it calls for cranberry syrup, which is easy to make.
Okay.
And I used my leftover cranberry sauce and, and the rest of the ingredients. It's very interesting, very tasty. Okay. And the liquor used is either vodka, but I didn't have vodka, so I had to use tequila.
Well, what I'm going to say is the moral to this story is you got to know, just like Black people with potato salad, you got to know who you got to know who you're getting your drink from, your cremas from, because I will not.
Everybody doesn't make cremas, just like Black people in the barbershop. Don't sit in everybody's chair.
I think this is the same thing.
It's the same thing, yep.
And I got to tell you, with this particular restaurant, I had eaten there once, and I thought it was an anorexic chicken that was dry. I should have went with they didn't give me good food. They're not going to give me good drink, but trying to support.
Right.
I tried. This is not a baseball game. It's not 1, 2, 3 strikes you out. This is it.
Yeah.
So I tell you, until next time, we're going to wrap this up and finish off both of these glasses, these 2 glasses. Oh yeah,
there's 2 glasses, right?
Look, Jingle Juice.
Nice. I just have mine in 2 different kinds of wine glass. My basic wine glasses.
Dear Santa,
what's that say? Bring?
Yeah, dear Santa, bring wine. So this is going to be a short one because we wanted to try it out. We both held out on trying. That first.
We waited.
Waited. Thank God we did, or we wouldn't have anything to talk about.
It would have been like, no, we're only going to try mine and yours, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. We'd love to try others, but I'm a little scared about buying it from anyone. Go on and do the recipe and deal with
it. Right. We can do the recipe and then we can tweak it, but will it be what is traditional? No, but will it be good? Yes. And that's the thing.
I think traditional is simple, and I think that this first cremas, I think this was based on their family palate. I think, again, like potato salad, everybody has a different take to it. I wonder what they eat with it. Is this something that they just drink and that's it? Or do they eat, or do they eat a pastry with it? Or,
You know what? I got motivated by you. By your bourbon pound cake or your sweet potato pound cake that you put up.
Yeah, it was a candy yam pound cake.
Your candy yam pound cake looked pretty, and so I'll put mine up too. I made a pumpkin pound cake. I'm
Okay.
perfecting the recipe on that. But my glaze is just a sheer glaze. It's tasty.
You might want to try with the barbancourt in the icing.
Well, I did in the icing, I used Uncle Nearest because that's what I love.
Oh, you did whiskey. Okay.
I did whiskey.
Another thing you can think about doing is doing like a butter whiskey mix, heat it up, and before you take the cake out of the pan, stab it with a lot of holes. Well, I shouldn't say stab. Poke holes in the cake and then pour that whiskey butter honey mixture over the pound cake. Let it sit, and then turn it over, and then put it on your icing.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, see.
That's some goodness right there. I forgot to do it. Well, because that was my first time making this, it was a recipe in my head. Candied yams, sweet potato, because I had these candied yams I wanted to use. I was thinking about doing it with rum, but I was like, oh, I don't know. But next time I will, because I wanted to just do a regular pound cake recipe and then add the candied yams. But it was good. It's good.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It's your coffee in the morning.
I could drink, your cremas, and of course, I've almost finished with my coquito.
Right, with a piece of cake like that.
Yeah,
That's right. I meant to bring it up, but I didn't. I was making sure I had all my bottles and my glasses.
That's okay. Well, you know what?
There will be pictures.
There will be pictures for sure. And so we're gonna sign off. And you heard what we had to say. If you guys have any other suggestions or about holiday drinks, we'd love to hear it. So until next time, this is Urban Booz signing off.
We're exploring what's good, sip by sip. There you go.
Yeah.
Ching.